Alright, so I received a comment and a question that I'm going to answer. I'll read the question and I'll respond back. Alright, I stumbled upon your videos. Basically, I've been looking around for books that can transform my mind, body, and soul. Not trying to sound funny, but honestly, I've been through a lot since a little kid. A lot of pain in my chest, my brain steadily bringing me back to depression and stress every day. All the time. I used to go out, I had no problem talking to people, but now it's like I get a lot of negativity. I feel unworthy from time to time, no confidence, scared, and can't be around people or to stores, malls. Can you help? I think it's very difficult. It's a very difficult situation right there. It's kind of hard to help. You know, really. Because I train with people like that, where they have really low confidence in themselves. They have a very social anxiety around people, and they have a hard time expressing themselves. They look depressed all the time. They always look sad, and it's kind of hard to reach out to these people. I mean, I've been around these people a lot. You know, I've met a lot of people like this. They're really good people, but it's just they have this type of mental barrier, psychological barrier that's hard for them to find happiness and to express themselves. And in a way, I can relate, and I think a lot of people can relate, but I know I can relate a lot because I was like that, you know, and even sometimes to this day, there's moments where I get that back, but it's not often. But I was like that for a good amount of time within my early years, like in teenage years and early adulthood. So I could give good feedback because I've been through it. But I think one of the biggest factors, which is not really relevant anymore to the person who asked the question, but you need to break through that early on as a child. I think is very important. And really the schools, the teachers in the schools are the ones that mainly, and the parents of course, are the ones that mainly are supposed to help you break through that shell of insecurity and non-expression and depression and just a hypersensitivity to criticism or whatnot. They're the ones who are supposed to get you to be socially engaged. You know, when you're a child, 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, whatever the case may be, you go to school, they're supposed to get you into this social interaction so then it just becomes natural to you, and it's not something that is fearful or something that becomes uneasy for you. But if you don't experience that as a child and then you turn into adult, 18 or over, and you never experience that socialization as a child, then it could really hinder you from really progressing in your life. You end up living in a shell, and you're almost always in fear and insecurity, and you're always depressed, you're sad. And to break out of that, it's not easy as an adult. It's almost like being an adult and trying to learn a second language. It's a lot harder to do that than for children. Children learn languages a lot easier. And it's almost same thing with flexibility. Children are just naturally more flexible because they're so young. But as an adult, it's going to be harder to be more flexible. It takes a lot of effort. So, if you haven't been properly socialized at an early age, it's going to be very difficult. But there is a book that I've read early on that I do highly recommend for this specific problem here. It's called The Gift of Shyness. It's written by Dr. I think it's Alexander Avila, but it's Dr. Avila, A-V-I-L-A. The book is called The Gift of Shyness, and you'll see a woman and a man hugging in the front cover. You know, that book really helped me at a specific time in my life when I really needed to try to break through that shell. And the martial arts and the fitness training really helped me develop myself to the person that I am today, and to be able to express myself the way that I am. I mean, I would never imagine myself making videos like this, how I am right now, or, you know, being in a position where I am right now, being married with kids and everything, and I never would envision this. But martial arts kind of brought me to this, you know, and the confidence that came along with training, you know, and bettering yourself in something where you could feel comfortable being yourself. And it's not that martial arts is for everybody, but it's for me. And what you're into may be different for you. Something you could practice where it could help you express yourself. That's very important. And that's what it means to be an artist. That's what it means to be creative. And that's what it just means to kind of, like, just be like yourself. You know, that's very important. And I say, even if it's not martial arts, if martial arts is not your thing, then it could be fitness. Like, I think fitness should be for everybody. And if you exercise, it's supposed to help you, like, release, like, maybe certain endorphins within. Even people that run, they call something called a runner's high, where people, they end up just feeling better just from the fact of them running. It releases certain endorphins within the body that set off chemicals into the brain that make you happier. So exercise in itself is supposed to help you get away from that depression. And exercise is very important for your body. It's very important for your mind. And eventually, it can lead to a spiritual growth. So the more you exercise and develop yourself, it could also lead to more confidence. You know, knowing that, hey, you know, that you take care of your body. You know, and exercising, keeping good hygiene, making sure that you take showers and you take care of your skin properly. Make sure you brush your teeth and take care of your teeth. Make sure you get a haircut every week or every 2 weeks. And even dressing nicer could help. You know, like wearing nice clothes, wearing nice shoes. Could all help you build more confidence in yourself and make you feel more at ease when you're around other people. Because, you know that you are well dressed, or that you look nice, you take care of your health. That could help build that confidence. Hanging around with friends that are very positive, even if it's just one friend, could be a very good thing. You know, it can help build your confidence and make you be more at ease. You know, a lot of times you might be the one that's kind of very shy and timid, but you can hang around with a friend that's very outgoing and outspoken and extroverted, like Jenny, for example. Very extroverted. And you hang around with somebody that's very extroverted, then it can help you be at more ease. You know, and help you develop that expressiveness within you. So the person kind of complements your development. Like, he helps you draw out the extroversion within you. There's another book called Toward a Psychology of Being by Abraham Maslow. That's a very good book to help you understand the difference between, like, extroversion and introversion, and just, like, learning how to really be yourself. And he mentioned something called, like, self-actualization, which is basically like your whole purpose in life, really, to find ultimate happiness, is to kind of learn to express yourself and be yourself. And the teachings of Bruce Lee will really help too. You know, The Artist of Life, and all the books from Bruce Lee, Striking Thoughts, The Warrior Within. Those books could really help as well. But it's really about learning to accept yourself, to be yourself, and to love yourself. You know, and that goes hand in hand with taking care of your body by exercising, eating good nutrition, that's another big one. Eating nutritiously will help you be happier. If you eat a lot of junk food, then it's easier to fall into depression. So exercise and nutrition is extremely important. What else is important is good sleep. It's kind of hard to be happy if you don't get much sleep. So you need to have good sleep, maybe between 6 and 8 hours a day or a night. Exercising is extremely important. Exercise like pretty much every single day for at least an hour. Eating nutritiously, like I said, and sleeping well. Those are very important components to help you like relieve yourself from depression. And hanging around with positive people, positive friends or family. And the biggest one out of all of them, I'd say, one of the biggest ones is having a partner. If you find a woman that loves you and that you love her, she's going to dramatically help you break out that shell, because she's really going to give you that confidence. She should really give you that confidence to really express yourself and be yourself. It like doubles your energy. And I say that that's one of the ultimate keys to like your ultimate development in life, is like connecting with a woman that you love, that loves you. It's easier said than done, but if you ever have the opportunity, that I say could be what like the ultimate like gift for your development. But if you haven't met the right woman, then you have to put a lot of work into developing yourself. Reading books is extremely important, that help your growth. Writing a journal can help a lot, like learning to express yourself and being honest in that journal. That helps your creativity and just learns, helps you like express your thoughts so you don't bottle it all up inside. So writing helps a lot. You can even write poetry if you like to be a little bit more creative. But those would be the general things that I highly recommend in order to free yourself from this sort of depression. And it's okay to take some time to help heal yourself, to grow spiritually. And then maybe once a week, put yourself in an environment where there's more people around. Where you might go to the mall just to hang out and just sit around. Or go to the coffee shop and just sit around. Or just at least, like maybe if you want to use the internet, use it at a coffee shop. Use it at the bookstore. Go use it at the mall. Like put yourself in social environments, because then it increases the chance that you might meet somebody, rather than locking yourself at home all day. Or you could go running outside where there are, running by the lake, or running where there's other people around. Go biking. Like just spend time out there in nature. And occasionally put yourself around people. And next thing you know, you might meet somebody. Or maybe just joining a club of something that has interests of which you like. If you like playing chess, maybe try to join a chess club. If you want to learn dance, maybe join a dance club. Join a martial arts club. Join, some sort of club of which has interests of which you like. Go to the community center in your village and try to see if there's any clubs that interest you. And try to join a club. That will help you socialize and potentially meet some people that could have positive influences in your life. Watching YouTube videos, for example, of good inspirations could help as well. Listening to music that is positive and relaxing could be a positive influence as well. Watching movies that have a positive influence could be something that could benefit you. So these are all the recommendations that I have mainly. And I know that it's not easy, because I've been through that. And it's definitely not easy. But for me, it was the martial arts, the training, that really helped me break out of my shell. And then it was Jenny, meeting the woman that really loved me for me, that ultimately got me to just break free from that type of insecurity and that, all that nonsense that goes on, having insecurity and fear and all this other nonsense, like meeting the right woman really makes you a very strong person, you know, and it's something that it can't be replaced. So you could be pretty strong without a woman, but with a woman that loves you, it's gonna make you even so much stronger. So if you ever have the opportunity, then that could be the time where you won't ever have to worry about it again. But before that time, it takes a lot of self-development to be a strong person. You gotta learn to love yourself first before you attract anybody else to love you. And that's very important. So that's my feedback.